Want to raise a nursery bed in the dry season? The secret is always good. And a water body close to your nursery beds. That right there is our onion nursery bed. This is tobacco being planted so close to the river. Ours is just a stone throw away.
Hey, watu wa SDA tunasonga kando. Hatutaki hata kusikia harufu.
This is what we have. We started this from seed. And this variety is called Red Creole.
Acha nichukue hivi video nitakuja kukumbuka safari. Wakati mtu ananiomba kitunguu hivi. Nakumbuka hii safari ilianzia wapi? Namuuliza wewe ulikuwa wapi? Namuuliza wewe ulikuwa wapi hii siku? Namuonyesha video. Hii siku wewe ulikuwa wapi? Ulikuwa wapi? Wewe ulikuwa umetulia unasema he wale si wameng'ang'ana. Wale ni wajinga sana. Saa hii kitunguu inataka ikue tamu unasema he mimi haki chakula bila kitunguu sisikii kama ni tamu. Na hapa kwa video inaonekana nzuri. Inaonekana smart. Haiwezi kuambia vile watu wamefanya kazi hapa. Naona ni kama imefanyika tu kwa dakika. Hapa sasa kuko kilicho. Kilicho anamwagilia na mnaii. Kilicho ya kunyeshi. Pengine si wanamwagilia lakini. Lakini hata hapa ikianza kunyesha hata uwezi sema eti kuna kuanga kuna kauka hivi. Unabadilika. Kama ile siku tulikuwa tunaanika mahindi. Tangu asubuhi mpaka jioni uoni hata dalili. Tunaanika mahindi na Friday nilikuambia tuanike mahindi. Tena hakukuwa na mtu sasa. Sijaanika. Sasa ile nilikukumbusha. Tutaanika tu. Uzuri wa hii jua sasa ukianika mahindi ni dakika moja. Yaani karibu unamaliza. Karibu unamaliza. Hata sijawa. Niende vijiti. Hii ni kama sasa vitanda mbili, si ndio? Imebaki kama vitanda mbili. Ukienda mara mbili. Basi imetosha. Kama ni kuwekelea tu.
Honestly, I've never done this before. This is my first time, and I was so pessimistic about the growth rate for these onions because I've done a smaller bed before on my own and it was a terrible miss. But when I saw the growth on this nursery bed, I was thrilled. And this is one of the reasons or motivations I've had to give my energy to this project. So we did like 2 tins of seeds, 250 grams each, and that costs 1,500 each, so that was 3,000 Kenyan shillings for the seeds. And then we started with a mulch direct on the ground, and after the seeds sprouted, this is now when we're putting up our raised cover. Most definitely because we've been having the driest March month ever, we needed a lot of water. I didn't know this was going to take so much effort. Watering these nursery beds day and night literally is no small joke because we have to thoroughly water the beds in the morning, and then in the evening once again. And sometimes this takes the morning session may take up to around 11, sometimes noon, and then you start the evening session at around 3. So this is really committing. It will be hard to do another project successfully if you're running this, but of course you can have help, hired help, and that will make the work easier. See how waterlogged this is, because now we really had to drench it in water for the seeds to grow. Everyone that's done onions before keeps on mentioning how important it is for you to have a direct source of water. And then there's weeding. And this is me right here, remembering my childhood days when I used to munch on these weeds. The taste is still the same. Look at how beautiful the onions are coming up. So now I'm learning that besides lots and lots of water, the onion nursery bed also allows a lot of weeding, because of course the weeds are going to compete for the scarce water source, the one you're watering in the early mornings and late evenings, and you don't want that to happen. And also for the nutrients that are there in the ground, they're going to compete for that, and this will affect the health of the onions. So we keep on weeding every now and then. This is like the second time since the onion seedlings sprouted. It's actually quite a lot of work. At this point, my back was so painful. So be warned, if you're going to do this on your own, be ready to have quite a backache. I would recommend that you get help, because it gets the work done faster and it saves you a lot of back pain at a little fee, of course. But then it also depends on the size of your nursery. I went for so many nursery beds, and that's one of the things that's making this a lot of work. But I'm hoping for the best when I take them to the garden finally for transplanting. Of course, I'll keep updating you here on the progress of the onions. These are bulb onions, the red type. I'm really hoping for the best. If you're here and you've ever done onion farming before, I'll appreciate if you give me more tips on how to go about this, especially in terms of fertilizers and pesticides. I'm still waiting for the rains before I can apply the first or the second round of fertilizers, because we planted with DAP. And so we're expecting to give it another boost of fertilizers. This is 1 month after the sowing of the seeds. And we're waiting for a few more weeks before we can now start transplanting them, because they're yet to attain the perfect size for the open ground. So the other thing that I would recommend is that you keep the nursery bed as moist as possible during this dry season. That's why we still have this mulch overhead, because then the water evaporation will not be a lot from the ground. It retains more moisture. It protects the onions also, because these things are so delicate. At the edges, you can see how dry it is as compared to the other sides that have shade. So you can imagine if it's the dry season and then you need to water them and then you just leave it open, the little water that you give to the tiny seedlings evaporates to the air, and then there's little or none left for the plants themselves. It's double work to you. and a rest to the young seedlings. This was a lot of work. Putting the shade was quite a lot of work, but still I feel like it's worth it because then you are assured that your seedlings are going to be safe. Thank you for watching this far. It's a journey I'm excited to take with you. Comment down below in the comment section and let me know if you want to know anything about this process so far, and give me tips if you have any about onion farming in whichever stage it is. And if you're doing onion farming alongside me this season, share and update me on your progress so far. We can compare notes and see how it's gonna be. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to help me grow the channel. Much love, and from me to you, until next time, it's bye bye.